After 4 years of something always getting in the way, I finally got to do a nice out canoe trip in Algonquin Park. With a brand new canoe to paddle and a cozy warm cabin to sleep in at night, I was ready to set out for a weekend alone in the park. The water levels would be high, the sun would be shining, and there'd be practically no one around, and I couldn't wait. An hour detour because they closed Highway 11, or an hour so far. I was just sitting in bumper to bumper for an hour. Let's see how much longer it is. Hopefully not too bad from here. I arrived at Rock Lake much later than planned. First, I forgot my detachable yoke at home, so after 20 minutes of driving on the highway, I needed to turn around to get it. Then there was the Highway 11 road closure that delayed me by about an hour, even though it felt closer to 4 hours. Then I needed to drive past Rock Lake to the town of Whitney to fill up at the nearest gas station because I was almost running on empty. But finally, I made it to Rock Lake just after noon and I was ready to get on the water, and I couldn't be more excited to take my new canoe on its maiden voyage. The water levels were crazy high, and luckily I had a tailwind at my back as I paddled down the lake. My plan was to check out as many campsites on the lake as I could, but without rushing. I wanted to take my sweet time paddling through the lake, hopping from campsite to campsite, and just enjoy the beauty of the backcountry for the first time of the season. I'm on campsite number 16 on Rock Lake. I'm on campsite 18 on Rock Lake. I'm on campsite 17 on Rock Lake. It's a beautiful campsite. Very easy exposed rock, which you get waterfall seating around it. It's also close for camping. They both are. This is a cool site. It's pretty. How I always say I like. Alright, I'm on campsite number 3 on Rock Lake. Just finishing up on Rock Lake. I've been out paddling for, I think it's like 5 hours now. I went and looked at, I think 16 campsites total. The 2 islands, I went to all the sites, and then the east shore. I went to all of them except for the ones furthest south. I just finished the one at the Booth's Rock Trail area, and I'm about to open up and across the bay, and I just see that there's a bunch of wind, so taking a short snack and water break. It's about 6:10 right now. I think I got here at like 12:30, got on the water probably 1, and yeah, I've been on the water for just over 5 hours. Just slowly took my time going to all the campsites, paddling around the lake, very slowly. I was in no rush. But it's time to head back. The swag. Like this new swag I got going on. You can see it over my hair. I just checked into Wolf Den, and it's called Hostel and Lodge, or Cabins and Hostler. Wolf Den, that's where I am. It's a very cute little cabin that I have. I think it's called Luna East or Lunar East, one or the other. There's 3 beds, 2 singles and a double. I got here like just after 8 o'clock. Got everything set, cleaned up my car, cleaned up all my stuff. Now I'm just settled in. I didn't even have dinner. It was so late. I didn't want to start making and eating a huge meal. I just had a bagel, banana bread, and a Lara bar. And that was dinner. Brushed my teeth and gonna go to bed shortly. Gonna check out the stars and maybe do some astrophotography. Probably not. Okay, so I'm gonna sign off for now. Get ready for bed. I'm pooped. I'll check in tomorrow. This is the cabin that I'm in. That's the door, some hangers, fan, room. That's the bed that I'm gonna have. Window, nightstand, space heater to keep it warm. That's the stool that I was just sitting on for my little interview. Bed 2, more stuff, another bed, log cabin, and it's all proper. They have fire extinguisher, alarm up there, your little night lights for the beds, cute little artwork, a little mirror, some books. It's a very, very cozy, very, very cozy little place. Very happy with it. Here we are, the morning of day 2. And I'm not in a tent this time. Isn't that weird? I'm at Wolf Den, just outside of the park. last minute I decided to change the plans from backcountry camping to booking a cabin here. Very happy with the choice, just with the cold temperature, and this place is awesome. I was all prepared for backcountry, so I have my pack, my barrel, my sleeping bag I'm sleeping in, just in a cabin instead. Yesterday I did a full day of paddling on Rock Lake, checking out campsites. I was on the water for like 6 hours or so. But the plan for today is I'm just going to check the weather, make sure it's still sunny and not too windy to paddle, and then just go back to the park. And then paddle, check out more campsites. Same thing I did yesterday, come back here. Probably try and get back here early enough to actually make a dinner this time, because last night I got back and I was just drained and tired and it was already late, and I just snacked and went to bed. Or snacked and went outside and did some photography, then went to bed. That's the plan for the day. Here in my wolf den. I've been calling it Luna, or Lunar Lodge, when obviously loon makes the most sense. I didn't have too much that I needed to do to get ready for the day, and I wasn't in a particular rush either. I did have a long day planned, so I didn't want to let myself get too lazy and fall behind schedule, but I took my time and enjoyed my breakfast outside of my cabin as the sun very slowly got warmer as it raced higher into the sky. A few sips of whiskey is usually the secret to warming up on a cold morning, but I was about to get into my car to drive to the park. So yeah, whiskey unfortunately wasn't an option. Access point. The plan is to go to Thomson. We'll see if I get all the way there. It's like 3 hours there, 3 hours back, so that's already a 6-hour day, not including slow paddling or stopping to check out campsites, which I plan on doing a ton of them, and they take a ton of time. So we'll see if I make it to Thomson, but the plan is paddle north, at least get past that first portage into where there are campsites, because there's no campsites on Canoe Lake, and then just decide how far I want to go from there and how many campsites I want to check out. But just driving now, check in later. This is how high the water levels are right now. Everyone knows this sign, but it's not often you see it submerged in the water like this. I got the balance point bit off in the canoe with the yoke. First time using it. It's leaning forward, which means it's front heavy. You use a lot more arm strength holding the canoe up when it's off balance like this. It's only a 300-meter portage, but it's not worth the extra effort. spot. Good enough. I'm on my second carry. I'm about to finish the portage, set out. The plan was to go to Thomson. I don't know, it's a long day to get there and then back in the same day trip. Especially because the whole point of it is to do campsite reports, and those add a ton of time to the day. Yeah, we'll see. I might not make it all the way. Right when I finished that portage, my second carry, and I got onto Joe, it just turned into a gorge. Like, it was gorgeous from the beginning. It was sunny, but the wind disappeared, the sun got warmer, so the cold disappeared. It just became very, it's like a summer day, to be honest. It feels like there's not a cloud in the sky. Now that I'm in the Narrows, like Canoe Lake was windy, just because it's large and open. But now that I'm on Joe, and it's just a little bit more narrow and funneled. There's no wind right now. Super calm, super warm. I still have my gloves and toque on just because I'm just getting my body heated up a little bit. But they will probably come off very shortly. Beautiful day to be on the water, that's for sure. I'm on TP Lake. I was passing Camp Erewhon on my left to my west. Taking a look at 5 campsites so far. Yeah, not that many. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I got in the water just before 10. Within 3 hours. So I'm on schedule, but the schedule is very slow. Ooh, there's a spider on the boat. Let's see if I can get it with my paddle. Come on, little fella. Maybe I got it. Okay, GoPro turn off. GoPro turn off. GoPro stop recording. A very tired update. It's 4 o'clock. I've been on the water for 6 hours now, just over. I paddled up to Thomson. I went into Thomson and looked at 4 campsites. And then I paddled out of Thomson and I looked at 4 campsites on Little Doe. This is after I checked out a bunch of campsites on the way to Thomson. And I just finished the 4 campsites on Little Doe that I looked at, and now I'm on my way back. So now I need to travel through the river, TP, to the river, to, Joe, portage from Joe to Canoe, paddle down Canoe, and then back to my car. So yeah, it's 4 o'clock now. I felt drained when I was getting to Thomson, and that was like an hour and a half ago. Now I'm just feeling extra drained. I think my butt is legitimately bruised from the seat. I need to gain some weight so I can get a little bit more fat on my butt. Because right now it's just like bone on seat, and after a few hours it gets sore. Yeah, I'm just tired. And I still got a couple hours of paddling to tackle. Alright, wish me luck on this final, last part of my day. The day was finally coming to an end after the last tiresome paddle on Canoe Lake. I was completely and utterly exhausted. It was about 7 p.m. when I arrived back in my car, which meant I was on the water for about 9 hours. I had never been more happy to get back to my car and sit down on a comfy, padded seat. When I got back to my cabin, I fired up my portable stove and made myself dinner, which tasted incredible after the long day I just had. I was debating whether I wanted to stay up to do some photography, but my body didn't even give me the choice. By 9 p.m. I could barely keep my eyes open, and within 2 minutes of lying down, I was fast asleep. It's the morning of day 3 right now. I'll give a quick little update. I didn't do much filming yesterday when I got back from my day trip. I went all the way up to Thomson and back from Canoe, stopped and checked out, I think it was like 15 to 20 campsites along the way. And I underestimated how strong the sun can be at 14. If you can see, I got a little bit of red. Now, I got a brand new red canoe, so I needed to match it a little bit. But no, the sun was extremely draining. The day was extremely draining. I was on the water for like 9 hours under the sun. On my way back, when I was paddling the river, the Algonquin River, is when I really started to like have that feeling like you need to get off the water. But there's still like 2.5, 3 hours left, and didn't really have a choice at that point. So by the time I got back, I was drained. My body was sore, my face was red, my body was just like overheated. My butt was sore from sitting on that canoe seat for 9 hours. It's like legitimately bruised. So yeah, I got home and just made something to eat quickly. That's pretty much it. Went to bed pretty soon after that. I tried to like stay awake for a little bit. I was just like lying down on my phone, and yeah, my body was just too overheated, and I was just so tired, so I didn't do any filming really. I just cleaned up the cabin, packed everything up, everything's in the car. All that's left to do is have a quick bite to eat, load my canoe on the car, and get going. Alright, time to finish packing and have a quick bite to eat. Day 3 was a pretty short day, and there isn't too much to talk about. I was originally planning on having another long day on the water, but after my complete exhaustion and slight sunburn from the previous day, I decided I shouldn't get on the water again. Instead, I spent my last morning packing my stuff, cleaning the cabin, playing with the cute puppy from one of the Wolf Den staff, then loaded up my car to head out. Even though it wasn't a busy day, I still had zero energy from the previous day, and I was dying to get home, take a long shower, and be lazy on my couch. It was around 4 p.m. that I finally got to do just that.